तो था दूसरे वेपन का 300 था बेस डैमेज।
मेरा भी।
और तुम्हारे बो का 100 होता है।
मेरा
ज़्यादा से
140
ज़्यादा
था भाई, 140 था इस बार।
140। अच्छा तुमने वो कर लिया था उसको गोल्डन।
लेजेंडरी।
हाँ। बट भाई वो भी तब भी कुछ और होता है। वो मेरे ख्याल से वो किल्स होती हैं शायद इंडिविजुअल की, कितने मॉब्स मारे टोटल।
नेवर माइंड किल्स है भाई वो।
हाँ
देखा मैंने।
ए
हाँ।
एनिमीज फेल
तेरे को स्क्रीन दिख रहा
120।
है?
नहीं।
हाँ हाँ दिख रहा है देखो। इंसेन बिल्ड था भाई।
पूरा मैप कहाँ कवर किया है भाई हमने, नीचे का कुछ नहीं किया, टॉप
बाउंटी
लेफ्ट में कुछ नहीं किया मैं।
स्क्रीन पे आना।
वो तो भाई वो तो यूजलेस था। जो
उन
मैटर करता है वो किया ना।
हाँ हाँ।
गारगोइल छोड़ देता भाई। गारगोइल नहीं लिया और दूसरा वो भी नहीं लिया
अच्छा ये
हिट।
तुम लोग का ये इसके अंदर आवाज है।
हाँ डबल
समझा ही
डबल।
नहीं तुम लोग डिस्कॉर्ड पे कौन बोल रहा है इधर पे। तुम लोग इसमें बोल रहे थे कि 8 लोग कौन है, कहाँ है 8 लोग?
8 अभी बताते हैं। जब क्रेडिट्स रोल होते तो 8 रेज आती है।
हाँ ये
रेज
यही
ऑफ
ना जो
लाइट।
चल के जा रही हैं।
स्विचिंग
हाँ
वेपन एड्स एन
एड्स
affinity
अफिनिटी।
attack, boost attacks of added affinity attacks, switches weapon, boost attack power। ये क्या है भाई?
ये वही भाई। बट कुछ खतरनाक लग रहा है नाम से।
यही बोल रहे हो ना, यही
मतलब
रेस बोल रहे हो ना
affinity तो
तुम लोग?
बेसिकली वही है, पॉइजन
फायर
रॉड।
फायर पॉइजन रॉड
फायर नहीं होता।
मैजिक। नहीं नहीं ये भी होता है शायद। ग्रांट
इधर
सेल्फ
बाउंटी।
इम्यूनिटी।
यही बोल रहे हैं ना, यही रेस बोल रहे हो ना तुम
After
लोग?
finishing
हाँ
the game, return to the time where the player hasn't defeated yet. Lyrics over है।
ये जो देश
थोड़ा सा आगे
है।
बढ़ो। जब क्रेडिट्स रोल होते हैं उस टाइम तुम्हें दिखेंगी प्रॉपर आर्ट रेज।
बाउंटी इधर इधर से देखना चालू किया था लग रहा है।
क्या?
मैंने स्किप किया भाई, क्रेडिट्स मैंने नहीं देखा।
भाई क्रेडिट में कुछ तो था, तुमको पता है?
कुछ था क्या?
वो सब मिलके उधर जाते हैं।
श्योर भाई, मेरे पास तो यूट्यूब है ही नहीं।
हाँ?
मेरे पास तो यूट्यूब ही नहीं है। यही है ना क्रेडिट तो? इधर आता है अभी लिख के।
वो जो आर्ट थे ना वो।
ये बोल रहा है ना सुपर, ये जैकेट पिक
भाई
लग
ये
रहा है
लेफ्ट
ना
में
तेरे
मैं
को?
मान ही नहीं सकता ये शैडो ऑफ द ट्री वाला जैकेट पीक नहीं है।
अरे लेकिन
पर ये ज्यादा छोटा
शैडो
नहीं
ऑफ
है
द अर्थ
जैकेट,
ट्री
पता
वो
नहीं।
रहता है ऐसे, मतलब पर्दे जैसे गिरे रहते हैं शैडो ऑफ द अर्थ ट्री
क्या?
पे। प्लस तेरे को इधर फायर जायंट का ये नहीं दिख रहा है ब्रदर?
तो सब मिला के है भाई। क्योंकि वो लेफ्ट में जैकेट पीक ही है और कुछ भी नहीं है पूरे बेस गेम में, कुछ नहीं है वैसा।
अबे
और
क्या
अभी
पता क्या पता ये नया मैप है भाई, तुमको क्या पता।
हाँ वेट हाँ।
नहीं
भाई
भाई,
नए
ये तो
मैप्स
फायर
छोड़ना है
जायंट
ये
का
लोग।
वही है भाई। ये तो क्लियर दिख रहा है। ये भी साउथ वाला वो है।
ओह,
अब आएगा नेमलेस नाइट 1v1।
मेरे को क्या लगा पता है, ये जो गिर रहा है ना अपना एल्डन रिंग के
हम्म।
स्टार्ट में भी ऐसे ही गिरता है। मेरे को लगा
तुम
वो
वो
ही
ऐसे
है।
ही गिरते हो।
बट ये तो सारा वो ग्रूट निकला।
नहीं भाई ये वही रूइन है, रून है प्राइमोर्डियल रून जो उसको दिया था अपन ने।
इसको।
जो बेटर रहता है।
अच्छा।
मुझे लग रहा है ना वो नहीं बताता है कि ट्री के पहले प्राइमोर्डियल वो रहते थे
हम्म।
बीस्ट्स। वो लोग जाग गए मुझे ऐसा लगता
और
है।
जा कहाँ रहा है
उनको
लेकिन
जगा।
जाग के?
ये बोल रहा हूँ ना, ये रेड बॉस सिस्टम ला रहे हैं ये लोग। पक्का।
वेट, इसमें मेरा दिखाया होगा बाउटी। ग्रेट एनिमीज फेल्ड 14, एनिमीज फेल्ड 129, ट्रेजर फाउंड 27, रेस्क्यूड अलाइव 3। हाँ ये मेरे को लग रहा है वही है, बॉस मारे कितने तुमने?
नहीं भाई डैमेज होता है वो।
बट तुम लोग का रून
तो
इतना कम क्यों है दोस्त? 44 44।
मैं और सुपर सेम है भाई, तुम अपना बताओ।
तुम लोग वो नहीं लेते हो क्या, रून एक्विजिशन वाला?
नहीं भाई कोई बोलता नहीं है ना।
अरे वो
भाई
चर्च में
इतने मरे
जाएगा
भी
तो।
नहीं। भाई अपन उससे एक बार भी नहीं
एक
मरे
बार
भाई
भी नहीं,
रियली।
नॉक भी नहीं हुए।
नॉक तक नहीं हुए भाई।
नेमलेस नाइट से तो ऐसे मार चलती
फ्लॉलेस।
सिलेक्ट।
नेमलेस लाइट फ्लॉलेस भाई।
बूस्ट अटैक पावर ऑफ एडेड अ स्विच वेपन बुल। रुक जा। एल्डन रिंग नाइट रेन एक्सप्लेन।
बात ही देखना भाई, ये सब फालतू वाले मत देखना फिर मजा नहीं आएगी।
ये बच्चे लोग गेम पे लगा के दिखाते हैं क्या?
ऑल एंडिंग्स।
हाँ
ऑल।
मल्टीपल होती है।
जब 4 एंडिंग्स, बाप रे। एक तो वाइलर का
There
एंडिंग
are
पता है
4
मुझे।
endings to Elden Ring Nightreign. While there are more remembrances than that, and those do have their own endings, there are only 4 times when the credits actually roll. Everything else is essentially just completing a character questline. To understand the endings of Nightreign, we need to limit our scope to these 4 endings. They are the main ending, which I will call Dawn, and the remembrance endings for Wilder, Iron Eye, and Recluse. In FromSoft fashion, these endings have plenty of blank obscurities. However, there is also a lot that is surprisingly straightforward. So let's dive into the endings of Nightreign and see what is there to discover. I'm Luigi, and I hope you enjoy the video. When you beat the game normally, you get an achievement called Dawn. So that's what I'm going to call this core ending. This is the ending that most people will get when first beating the final Night Lord. Simply defeat the Soul of Cinder and present his primordial Night Lord's rune to the corpse you find
सोल
within
ऑफ
the
सिंडर बोला
Ashen
क्या
Round
वो?
हाँ सोल ऑफ सेंडर वाला ही बॉस है वो
Hold.
हाँ?
हाँ हाँ
Then
पर
the Dawn
मूवसेट तो सेम
ending
नहीं था।
will play.
ऑब्वियसली मुझसे
We kneel in front of the corpse. The Night Lord's
इजी हो जाएगा ना जिसने ऑलरेडी खेल रखा है उसके लिए
rune is
भाई तुम्हारी आवाज बहुत धीमी आ रही है।
offered.
इधर पे मेरा माइक चेंज नहीं हुआ क्या हेलो
हाँ अब सही है।
मैं बोला कि सेम मूव नहीं रखेंगे ना जिसने ऑलरेडी उसको मार
And
चुका
then
है
crumble.
DS2 वगैरह जो भी जिसमें भी है वो
away.
DS3
The rune's description tells us that it is a thing with the properties of a great rune,
हाँ प्राइमोर्डियल नाइट लॉर्ड है वो
हाँ,
कटिंग
भाई
गिफ्टेड
तुमने थोड़ा
harbored by the
2x में चला हुआ है।
व्हाट द फक
चलने दो भाई।
2x में चला हुआ है 2x में।
primordial Night Lord.
पढ़ने जाना
So
होगा।
it's not necessarily a great rune itself, but it may hold similar power. This is pretty in line with what we've seen before, since many of the endings of Elden Ring were determined by powerful runes as well. But this rune crumbles. It seems to have been a source of power for the knight. For then, we get up, walk the path out of the undead asylum, and fade into light. A collage of shots from the rest of the Round Table Hold shows more streaks of light flying by and leaving. They all leave the hold, and the night gives way to a blinding white light. The credits play, and we see the streaks of light, looking kind of like streaks of grace.
यही
If you
मिस किया
count
ना
them, you'll
बाउंटी
notice
मैंने
that there are 8, one for
Oh.
each Nightfarer. Here, we see each of them meet the same fate as we did. We all become light or grace or something of the sort. From the Duchess's questline and her actions to save Wilder, who is her brother, we learned that the Nightfarers can have some existence outside this Round Table Hold. They can even be expected to live after the defeat of the Night Lord, given the right conditions. Duchess sends the Iron Menial on a mission to deliver the Blessed Iron Coin to Wilder in the outside world, so that his life may be safeguarded, by giving his grace something to aim for so that it can find its way back to the body of the real Wilder. So we could surmise that these graces may return to the Nightfarers in the lands between, or wherever they are in the outside world, and they could either live on or be revived. Perhaps like the Tarnished in Elden Ring story, we get revived from death by grace. In Wilder's case, he is already dying from injuries in the outside world, but if not for that, it seems like he'd be fine after the night ends. So all the other Nightfarers may go on with their lives after the end of the night. Granted, they're not also mortally injured. After the credits, we get one more scene for this ending. This is the Kino moment. The camera pans to a glowing Erd tree and a still put together lands between. The shifting earths of Limveld has given way to the solid ground of Limgrave and the rest of the lands, the land to which we Tarnished are so familiar. This indicates that the events of Nightreign may have taken place on another plane or dimension or other metaphysical place. Either that, or the night transformed the lands, but they are now returned to their previous state with the night's end. If you look closely, you'll see that the Erd tree looks as it does in Elden Ring. There are cracks on its trunk, and it has its ethereal glow as opposed to looking like a tangible, solid tree. We know that the shattering happened in this world, so the fate of the lands between is likely as it was in the main game. This post-night setting could easily be that same setting in which the Tarnished comes to the lands. So all that to say, despite the gold of the scene, we are looking at a broken land which is going to need a little Age of Stars. But what am I saying? We're supposed to be talking about Nightreign's ending, not Elden Ring's. And there's still more to this cutscene. After showing us the Erd tree, the camera follows a glowing, possibly grace-imbued leaf falling from the tree. It floats and lands on a mass of gnarled tree trunk, which promptly wakes up. Lo and behold, it is a towering tree giant which looks just like the primordial Night Lord, at least in his Phase 1 shape of the night. It also looks just like the ghostly giants we see walking along the sides of Limveld during our Nightreign runs. These ghostly tree giants seem to walk towards the sprouting tree which marks the arena for the Night Lord fight. This more tangible tree giant stares at the Erd tree as it emits black smoke and rains debris, kind of like the Scouter tree does in Shadow of the Erd tree. After a brief stare down, the giant turns away from the lands between and walks along the water, off into the distance. Dawn safely rises on the land of Marika, and the core ending of Nightreign is over. While the exact nature of this giant may be hard to parse, we do have some clues. Remember, it looks identical to the giants we see walking around Limveld. While smaller, the first phase of the primordial Night Lord fight also looks extremely similar. These facts, plus the fact that the tree giant is shown standing up and walking away from the lands between after the night has been quelled, can let us safely say that it's an integral part of the night itself. And I think here it is important to draw a distinction between the night and the Night Lord. In one piece of dialogue, Iron Eye calls the night a natural phenomenon. And while this giant looks like the first phase of the final fight, which is a creature called the Shape of the Night, it doesn't look quite as much like Hjolstor, the second phase. I think this means that the giant we see at the end may be an incarnation of the Night itself, but without the direction of the Night Lord we fought. After all, we just defeated Hjolstor, so the Knight shouldn't be influenced or directed by him anymore. We learn from Hjolstor's Knight that he was once a knight, a sword knight, not a darkness knight, who was felled by a hero, failing to protect his country and people. I have seen some speculation that this hero may have been Radagon, and perhaps Hjolstor could have been a Carian knight who fought in the Liurnian Wars. Hjolstor wields what seems to be the Moonlight Greatsword proper, and we know that the Dark Moon Greatsword, which would have to be a close cousin, is deeply connected with the Carians in Elden Ring. The idea is that Hjolstor, defeated by Radagon and the Golden Order, and revived by the Night, cursed the world of the lands between, and bingo bango, we get Limveld. The Night Shard item tells us that the reach of the Night is limitless, that it responds to those who seek it, and that it can be either something to be feared or welcomed. This all reinforces the idea that the Night may be a malleable kind of force of nature, something which can take on different aspects, and it could have been prompted to become the destructive force we know it as because of Hjolstor's anguish. Here, at the end, with Hjolstor vanquished, the Night no longer is characterized by him, and it feels nothing to the lands between itself, so, maybe awakened by grace, it leaves, in search of a new land and someone new who is seeking it, who it can answer. I think the picture I just painted is mostly accurate, except the idea of Hjolstor being a Carian is a bit iffy to me, because the Liurnian Wars are said to have ended in basically a stalemate, with their resolution only being achieved by Radagon marrying Renala. Maybe we could say that
कुछ
Hjolstor
नहीं
was
किया
just
मैं
in a
भाई
section of the
ये
war
सब कुछ
where
नहीं किया सब टैंक किया हूँ
his area got destroyed.
सब टैंक आया है भाई
But if not, he still could have been a knight of some group which fought and was defeated by
ये
the
सब
Order.
भी नहीं किया
Maybe
उसने
he's from the Weeping Peninsula
ये किया
or
था
some other land not directly in the lands between.
ये
because
सब
we
नहीं
know
किया
that.
मेरे
We
पे
don't
नहीं
have
किया
proof that he fought
बाउंटी पे किया
Radagon, but it would be a good
नहीं फायर अटैक
fit.
कहाँ किया उसने
And Hjolstor is weak to Holy Dance.
सेकंड फेज में
Having
नहीं किया
some form of this overall story be true
भाई
would do
वो
a good job
प्रॉपर्ली
at
मुझे लगने
explaining
जा ही नहीं पाया आपने
what we see in the final
form
scene
में
with the tree giant. So thematically,
I'll get
something
it.
along the lines of what I have so far explained rings pretty true to me.
भाई मेरे पास मेंडी ग्रेस भी तो था
अच्छा
If you were to just
बहुत
see the Dawn
मुश्किल था
ending,
फिर
this
तो
would be
उसका
a pretty
जीतना
good overall explanation. But Nightreign gives us 3 more credit rolls, so let's see what we can learn from them. A natural place to start would be Wilder's ending. He's the face of the game and has an intriguing end sequence. But I mained Iron Eye, and his ending is actually pretty quick, so I'm going to start with him. You can achieve Iron Eye's ending by completing his Remembrance quest and then making a choice at the end of the game. Through this quest, you will learn that Iron Eye is part of the Fellowship, a mercenary group of assassins whose seal sports the centipede of death. His journal entries consist of letters between him and his master/custodian, Isolde. Iron Eye's mission seems to be hunting down a Fellowship traitor, another assassin who turned against the Order. We eventually find this traitor in the Round Table Hold. We want to kill him,
Didn't quite manage it, did we?
but that takes an Edge of Order, a spear fragment which can kill those who live in death. Traitor Iron Eye tells us that we are dead, we are part of those who live in death, cursed to live until the Night Lord is defeated. At the same time, we get what turns out to be our last letter from Isolde, one that is bloodstained, where she tells us of her dream. The Scions, or those raised by the Fellowship, are fated to be disposed of after they play their part, according to Isolde. Out of her care for us, she would rather we take the power of the night and make it endless. In a never-ending night, the Fellowship Scions would not be dispatched when they ran out of usefulness because they couldn't. They would instead keep fighting forever. The traitor said battle was a pleasure, at least until his change of heart, or maybe I. Perhaps an endless night of battle could be an endless pleasure for those of the Fellowship. In Iron Eye's ending, we achieve this never-ending night. Instead of offering the Night Lord's rune to the corpse, we cut its throat. I guess despite being a corpse, it still had some form of life essence under its skin. Iron Eye walks away from the now extra dead corpse, heading back towards the Round Table, and he says, in maximum Edge fashion, that the night is far from over. Let me tell you, this is a bleak ending to get as your very first one. What happened here is pretty straightforward though. Iron Eye chose to keep the night going. The corpse seems to be the avenue to change the night. To me, it seems like it is the incarnation of the night itself, kind of like the giant tree. Except the giant tree is the incarnation of the night in the outside world, and within the night itself, when it is active in changing the world, the corpse seems to be its stand-in or its medium. So Iron Eye killing the corpse means that the Night Lord's rune cannot be offered to it to end the night. Instead, it holds on to the characterization given by the current Night Lord, Hjolstor, to keep the children of the Fellowship alive and free to fight to their heart's content. The Iron Eye has potentially made a night which will never end, unless the corpse can heal itself and comes back after a few days or another run. But who knows, we have nothing to say for certain. Also, the Remembrance Iron Eye skin, which depicts him after killing the corpse, gives him a flaming right eye. This could just be to connect with his name, Iron Eye, but it could have some lore implications. Regardless, that'll be something for an Iron Eye video. Let's move on to the next ending.
The fuck?
Wilder probably has the most immediately substantial alternative ending. Through his quest, we learn that he and the priestess/duchess are brother and sister. They actually both have quests learning about one another, and they're really cute. It's a nice breath of warmth in a coldly set game. Honestly, all of the Nightfarers are kind of cute and wholesome together. Wilder seeks to destroy the Night because it destroyed his clan, which makes the sister revelation all the more important. Throughout his quest, we learn that the priestess is the cornerstone of the Round Table, and that the hold would fall when the Night Lord does, meaning that so too would the priestess. But we also learn that the priestess may be freed from this if the Round Table is remade through the creation of a new night. In Wilder's ending, we achieve this new night. We find a silver tear in this game's eternal city, Nuklatio. The tear tells us that it is a kernel of life that straddles the living and inanimate, also known as a larval tear. Once in the lands between, it was said to have granted one a new form. If you remember, larval tears were the item in Elden Ring that let us respec our character with Renala.
Rebirth.
In Nightreign, this item gives us a new option upon defeating the Night Lord. Instead of going to the corpse and altering the knight, we go to the body of Hjolstor and touch it. In a new cutscene, we pull out the silver tear and seem to imbue it into our chest as we fall next to the Night Lord. Then, after a great amount of time has passed, indicated by how much sand or ash has collected on the swords, we see footsteps, a new Night Lord walking off into the distance. All three of the weapons Hjolstor wielded are left behind. This figure walking is not him, at least not all the way. It's Wilder, or a wilder form of the Night Lord. Afterwards, we get the Wilder's earring, which tells us that this new Wilder Lord clutched this relic of him and his sister as it lumbered ever onward. In his final journal entry, we learn that the Round Table Hold would form again to prepare and fight a new knight. Wilder Lord would never be able to know if his sister was truly set free from the bonds of being a priestess to the Round Table Hold, and we are left with the same ambiguity. The new knight should be reformed, characterized by Wilder instead of Hjolstor if my theories are correct. It's hard to judge what this form might look like, but it would probably make for a pretty cool DLC. Our last ending is that of the Recluse. This
Act
ending
of
is
love.
achieved by completing the Recluse's remembrance quest. Throughout the quest, we learn that Recluse is a witch of the deep woods, who came to Limveld in search of something coiled in shadow, something she calls a beloved infant. Through this quest, we learn that Recluse gave birth to this infant, but the journal states that she did so as a witch, which likely means there was some magic involved in the birth. We also learn that Recluse had a friend, who was also a sister, called the Witch of the Wheel. This second witch took care of the infant, which apparently would eat anything and everything, including shadow. They even brought it to battles and it devoured opposing armies, but eventually it lost itself and turned on its own side. The Recluse realized later on that at this moment the infant was young and afraid, but at the time she didn't. She didn't offer the babe any motherly comfort or warmth, and so it seems to have given in to the fear and gone on a rampage. As a result, the Witch of the Wheel was killed by the infant, and her remains were shorn within the shadow. Likely it was at this point that the infant disappeared, as we learn from the journal. Recluse surmises that after the disappearance, the infant had an audience with the Night Lord and even tried to eat the Night Lord's shadow. We get more info and context from the Iron Menial, who Recluse asks to research shards of night. He tells us of an old document which seems to describe the battle referenced in Recluse's journal. It even mentions a beast which would devour shadow. The Menial says something else important. The tooth marks of the creature resemble the pattern seen on the shards. The night shard itself tells us that there is a shadow-like pattern on it, seemingly the traces of something eating away at it. It sounds like the infant came across the night shard and tried to eat it. If what we talked about before is accurate, then on this occasion, the infant might have been imbued with night. It may have become a Night Lord just like Hjolstor. This might be possible if we view the Night Lord not just as one concrete being, but as kind of an amalgamation. After all, we know that the Night Lord takes different forms, such as the array of bosses we fight before the final primordial form. Each one that we fight is a or the Night Lord. It could be that the Knight can take in multiple people and creatures, and they all collectively constitute the Night Lord. You see why I called it the Soul of Cinder. With the evidence we get, it's hard for me not to believe that the infant is part of the Night Lord. Beyond what we've already seen, both the Witch of the Wheel and the Iron Menial imply or state that the Night Lord is essentially the infant. To me, it even sounds like the infant could have been the original Night Lord, but that's at odds with the Recluse's journal stating that the infant had an audience with the Night Lord. Either way, the Iron Menial questions whether we can assume that the infant could have become the mighty and evil Night Lord on its own. And I think this lends some credence to the idea that the Night Lord we face is an amalgamation, the product of many creatures' interactions with the Knight, not just a single one, kind of like the Menial questions. The Iron Menial gives us one more piece of the puzzle too. While he was shut down by the Wheel Witch, he was visited in a dream by the Night Lord, or something like it, and it gave him the bone-like stone. This is the bone of an outer god that can expunge a divine essence or be destroyed by the same essence. It says that a choice was left to the witch, as per the wishes of the one who bestowed it, who I assume is the Night Lord. With this otherworldly stone acquired, we are now given a new option at the end of the game. Instead of offering the corpse the rune, we can follow the sound of an infant's cries in the Round Table Hold. If we follow these cries to the beds of the hold, to the spot where we found the vestige of night, we will find the infant itself, in tiny, normal baby-sized form. As a recluse, we are given the option to lay a hand on the infant, to offer it the warmth the recluse failed to offer it in the past. Here, we get a chance for the mother of a scorned child to make amends, to right her wrongs. We cradle the baby, and the game ends. We don't get any more information on what this action entails. The recluse made good on the wrongs of her past, or at least some of them, but we don't know what impact this has on the knight or the Night Lord. Does it impact the progression of the Night Lord? Is this form of the baby something from the past? If it is, maybe this stops the baby from becoming the Night Lord or part of the Night Lord. We can probably say that this choice constitutes not killing the Night Lord, at least in its active later form, but we can't say what happens to it. Because the screen immediately fades to black, we don't even know if the night ends. But despite these uncertainties, I do think this quest and ending shed light on the nature of the Knight and the Night Lord. And maybe, hopefully, we'll get to see more in whatever DLC for the game releases in the future. For now, I believe that explains the core of each ending. There is plenty more to touch on lore-wise for almost all of this, especially the Nox and their connection, potentially where the Night came from, but I'll save those for a future video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you to my patrons who support the channel. If you're
Okay.
looking for more Nightreign
Okay. Understood. किधर है भाई बाउंटी? ओ बाउंटी
नहीं आएगा भाई।
देखना KSI वाला वीडियो।
लगा दो।
क्या कर दिया कैसे ने?
KSI का वीडियो आया ना उसके साथ विल स्मिथ के साथ।
अच्छा वो
Try not to laugh.
I'm not gonna laugh.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's it.
try
क्या बात कर?
not to
That's
laugh.
it. Let's not give away any money.
No.
That'd be perfect. I've done that a few times. It's a great day.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic day. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
So they built a statue in honor of African culture and put it in.
Good start.
That was funny.
But you didn't laugh, so it's
I
great.
know. I'm not gonna lie.
Good.
Ooh! Oh shit, that counts as a laugh. Oh. That was a 100% reaction. That was, I didn't. See, because I was saying to myself, it would be easy not to laugh.
Yeah.
That actually got me.
Yeah,
That
wow.
one actually got me. Sorry.
right, well,
sorry.
650. Enjoy,
That was a
guys.
legitimate. It's so funny because I was thinking to myself, because I be seeing people do these, and I was like, I would just not laugh.
Yeah.
But you get
act-
caught up by the
literally
video.
Every little thing.
You get caught up. Good one. Good one. That one got
Nah,
me.
it's good. Let me
My bad.
Let me write down. It's all good, Will.
All right. No. I'm not gonna laugh again. I'm not gonna laugh.
All right, man.
I'm not gonna laugh again. That one actually caught me out. That one actually. All right. Sorry. All right. No more. That was a good one. That's terrible.
You ever taken one
Yeah,
for the
take one for the team.
You ever taken one for the team?
I mean, listen. If you're on a team, every once in a while, you're gonna have to take one for the team. you know?
Yeah. You gotta help.
And you can
someone out.
imagine, I've been on a lot of teams
What?
for a lot of years, and I'm loyal. So,
Yeah, bro. I'm loyal as well, man.
Yeah.
When I was single, yeah, I had
Wow.
my days.
Wow.
That counts as a laugh. Enjoy
It
it.
does. I can. That was a lot. That was a lot. Yeah, he's dead serious. He is dead serious. He really, really wants somebody to help him. He really, and it's too late. It's too late. He's beyond the point of no return.
He can't get up, man.
Yeah.
He's-
At this point, he should surrender. That's one of the things I've learned about life. It's like sometimes you just surrender. You let life have you.
Well, your facts. Damn.
That's crazy. Yeah, that is.
Bo don't even know who did it.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
him.
yeah.
He don't even know who did it.
It's not a-
Isaac doing something special though. I thought niggas back, bro, they couldn't have said anything and niggas was
It's
smart.
used to
bro.
be asking
3
something
plus
and
2
then-
equals pi. Like, what
Ow.
do you mean? Like, anybody could. That's the thing about back in the day. You could have made
I had this
anything up and that
crazy-
shit was
I
legit.
didn't even
Like,
talk to
nigga,
the-
we doing math
You
today.
feel like a lot of niggas from back in the day is
They got
overrated.
looked up.
Yeah,
bro.
they was like
looked up
they just
for
said
real,
the shit
bro.
first and like
now it's like, oh, y'all gotta
oh,
follow us
come on,
because
like,
we was the
yeah,
first
yeah,
ones
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Well, really, if I was the first one here, I could have said some crazy shit and it'd be still here today. You know what I'm saying?
These seem like pretty basic as like, you know, an object at rest stays at rest. Be look.
Zeke, oh God, bro.
Really, nigga?
Bro, an object at rest stays at rest. But they just made it sound like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Like, duh, nigga.
like
This the nigga we crawling as a motherfucking
bro,
genius?
bro, I ain't gonna lie, they should have put, they need an AI Photoshop me on that nigga.
An object in motion
Stays
stays
in
in
motion.
Nah, you know
I
what?
ain't gonna lie, Zeke, that's crazy.
Nah, nah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Listen,
That's funny. That's
That's-
actually very
that's
funny.
Listen,
these guys are so funny. Man.
Yeah, they are very, very. Because I'm watching them sometimes, and I can't tell if are they
Pretending,
playing it or
yeah.
are they serious?
Yeah.
Listen, they are reading Isaac Newton's
laws of motion.
Laws of motion.
And it's true.
Yeah.
An object at rest stays at rest. It's
Yeah.
true. Like if it
It's
ain't
a little
moving,
bit
it ain't moving.
No. Because they're reading the law wrong too. They reading the law. An object at rest. Because that's not. I think the word tens is supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's funny. That's another laugh. That's another 650.
That's very funny. I'm trying not to laugh.
Nah, bro, I'm about to be broke by the end of this.
Yo.
I can already tell. We good, bro. We good. That's a funny ass clip, but we good.
Yeah, no, because like old people is cheating.
Yeah, that
you can't do because old people are like inherently funny.
It's true. They do a lot of funny,
people
stupid,
really
stupid stuff, man.
I'm gonna wipe it down real quick.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're holding it down, though.
We're holding it down.
Yeah.
That was a good one, though.
Wow.
She was like, I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah. Through the whole box.
I don't want to play these old people games. She's like, I'm a grown ass woman, okay? Hitting box and dumping balls.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Let these old ass fools do this. I should be somewhere else. I should be doing something with chat.
Yep.
Yeah. Look at her face. Look at her face. She didn't want to play this shit in the first place. Somebody rolled her in there against her will. That's what
Bro, legit,
there.
everyone's on chess.
No, everybody else wants to play. She
Everyone's
was like,
on chess.
yes.
They win.
She was like, I told these motherfuckers I didn't want to play. I told you I didn't want to play. Right.
Catch confetti! Oh, Dylan. What are you doing? Mom?
Will, man.
That's not a laugh. I'm happy to be here. I can't smile.
Will.
I'm smiling that you invited me here for this, and I was thinking, wow, this is a pleasure. So I was like, oh shit, this is a pleasure.
Well, you can't do.
I was like, oh man, thanks for this invitation. I'm enjoying this a lot more than because I thought it's easy to not laugh.
Yeah, man.
So I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about something totally different. What it is just the surprise moves. The snatch,
yeah.
The snatch.
No one expected.
Nobody would expected, and also I was snatching the little joker in my mind. That's what happened in my mind.
Okay.
I was like, yo, man, and then they did it, and that's what made me like, oh, thank you for the invitation.
Out of your mouth.
What is your favorite body part on a woman?
Body part of a woman?
Yeah.
Is... I'm gonna say... the limbs?
The limbs?
Said. Okay, hold on.
No, I'm dead.
He has a woman in his trunk right now. Somebody, we send this video to the FBI right now. Check his backpack.
Oh,
this
man.
Joker said the limbs.
The limbs, bro.
The limbs.
Might start with the arm.
Yo,
why you?
The limbs. The limbs. The limbs, Joker.
Bro.
The limbs.
No, that's crazy.
The favorite body part of a woman is the limbs.
Damn. Bro didn't say ass, boobs, face.
The teeth. Just teeth. I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
pretty teeth. Lips.
Limbs, bro.
The limbs. This Joker like the limbs.
Oh, man. All right.
Wow.
That's a laugh. Yeah. God.
Damn.
Wow. That is something, man.
God bless the internet.
Bro, even the interview is like...
Because at least we can
Lips?
catch him now.
Yeah,
At
yeah,
least,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
'cause, you know, there was a time when we wouldn't be able to catch him. Now we...
They're making it easy for us now. Damn.
The arms, the...
The limbs?
Limbs. Yes.
Oh, the lips.
Limbs.
Okay.
He said it again.
Bro,
Dude said, okay.
Triple
Thank
down.
you.
That is incredible, man.
That's funny.
That's funny, man.
That's funny. That's funny.
Alright.
You charging up. You charging up today.
They get peas.
I'm trying to protect your ones.
No, it's all good, man. These clips are good.
Those are good ones. Those
Yeah.
are good ones.
When was the last time you spoke to Wayne?
Probably about a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that was pretty good.
I hope it doesn't go like that.
Really good.
No! Oh, I can't believe this made me laugh.
That's very accurate. That's very accurate. That's very accurate.
God damn it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be poor.
Damn, you charging up today.
Oh my God. Alright.
How you doing, my G?
What's up, Drew?
वो क्या था?
What brings you here?
क्या?
Was that a code?
हाँ पैसा दे रहा है ना.
Code for... Oh.
पैसा देता है ना ये.
Alright.
How you doing,
ये
my
ना. जितने बार भी हंसेगा तो पैसा देना ना उसको. जिसने भी रिडीम किया उसको मिलेगा.
What's up, Drewski?
What brings you here?
पहले 10 सेकंड को दिखेगा तो.
Yeah, opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. Can you spell opportunity?
OPP.
The nervous laughter,
The
yeah.
motherfucker said OPP.
Yeah, he knows he's cooked, man.
OPP.
OPP. That's all you need to know, man. Really. You know what I'm talking about when I say OPP. Up? No, man.
Like Drewski, you know how to spell opportunity.
Yeah.
You don't need me to spell it. You know what it is. Opportunity. I'm here for the opportunity.
That nigga need reading rainbow.
Oh my God, they just took him out.
That's
One opportunity,
hilarious.
but can't spell it. Said OPP. That nigga, all that nigga know is ops.
That's funny. That's funny.
Oh, God damn it. All right.
Damn. That's funny.
Razi, what up?
Oh! Holy.
Cardboard house, भाई.
Wild. All right.
Up here cheesing. You see that smile? You know why he's smiling? You know who that is? Look at that name up there. Phoebe Gates. My boy is locked in. Look at that smile.
Bill Gates.
He done won. He already knows he
Phoebe
won.
Gates.
My boy is locked in. Look at that. You don't ever take
Hey,
a brother to
daughter
a
of Bill
sunflower
Gates.
field. We don't go there. But look, she did it. Look at that smile. Arms wrapped around her. Ooh, he got the air.
She's the daughter of Bill Gates, भाई.
Hey, this is the best one though.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
look. Anytime a brother goes like this,
Has to be.
locked in. Go ahead, King. Go ahead.
Now I'm rich and famous, you ringing me. When I was broke, no ringing phone, no. Oh. Walkman, okay.
Second hand embarrassment.
What, man?
Yo.
Yo,
you messing up my whole shit.
Bro.
Come on, man, I was killing it before you showed up. I was mashing these fools, and you showed up.
Bro, vocals on point as well. Oh,
Yeah.
man, crazy.
Yeah. That's
Oh, god damn it, bro. I've already laughed.
Yeah, you laughed like 9 times already.
I mean, all right, I'd say 7. You did laugh twice.
No.
Okay,
No.
all right.
You're charging me as I smiled and was like, oh, this is cool.
No,
This is cool.
Okay.
Bill Gates' daughter.
Keep going. Keep going. 5 minutes, okay? Hold on, but I don't think I can, but my butt hurt. 5 minutes. Hold on, gang. My butt hurt. Just take it. Just take it. I can't. Yes, you can. Just keep going. I can't take it, bro. Keep going, bro. No, I'm not strong enough. 4 minutes. Come on. I'll do it, but keep pushing. Go on a bike. Bro, let me get a different chair, keep going. We don't stop. My butt hurt. Bro, just keep going. Bro, I can't do it, bro. Yes, you can. It's so weird. Keep going.
That one was brilliant.
Did you close your eyes?
I closed.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you
yeah.
close your eyes.
Yeah, it sounds wild.
It was really, yeah.
Sounds
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah. That one almost got me.
Yeah.
That
All
one
right.
almost got
We're
me.
holding it down though. That's
See, that's extra smart.
Yeah.
You close your eyes.
That's next
Really,
level comedy
really
right there.
next level.
Yeah.
High comedy IQ right there.
50-50 chance that one of these kids was gonna come out ugly because of him. Now look. Now I gotta wait for his looks and shit to come in. One minute he look all handsome, and the other minute he look like fucking Alien versus Predator. He need to pick a side. He need to pick it quick. Got me walking around. That's your baby? Oh, bless his heart. Yeah, I know what that shit means.
I was like, damn, you know how you was like 11 and then you was like 1-1, but I was like 11-teen, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Why not 11-teen? You got 13, 14.
Okay, but hold on, B-Lou.
You know what I mean?
Hold on. You selling yourself short on that idea, that concept, that ideology.
Yeah,
Nigga, why not 10-teen?
Why not?
Why not 12-teen?
13. But you know what I'm saying? You want to keep confusing me. Why? It's like don't make sense to me, bro.
Shit blasphemous.
It just makes sense to me, bro. 11-teen, 12-teen, 13.
It just flow off the tongue way better.
You know what I mean? And it's just consistent. Consistent.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
11-teen, 12-teen, 13,
14,
15,
16, 17, 18, 19.
Bro, they looking like they could.
Do you know them?
No, yes, and
Yeah, I mean, have you been?
No,
like,
I've
personally,
never met. I've
not
never
personally.
met them personally. No.
Yeah, they got a lot of really funny clips.
Yeah.
They got some funny shit.
They say a lot of funny stuff.
As you can see, I'm getting robbed. The only way to survive this is to act like a Fed. Hello, PC Monkwe. We have 5.
He's a Fed. He's going.
The fools have fell for it. If you are lucky, whilst the fools are running, one of them will fall down. This one is what we call a sacrificial lamb. You want to rob me? You want to rob?
Oh no, that don't.
Yeah. You said that if the air comes out, it counts as a laugh. That's what you said.
Bro, I've seen this clip so many times.
Yeah, the air came out. Yeah, you let the air come out. No, that's good. That's way harder than I thought.
Yeah.
Because I've watched you do this a bunch. Of times, and I was like, I won't laugh at all.
Yeah.
But you got me.
Yeah, man.
You got me a couple good times.
I think I was laughing a bit
because you get surprised by the clip. That's the thing. It's the surprise that gets you out of your concentration to not laugh. You forget you're not supposed to be laughing. You get taken away.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
That's very funny.
Laughed 10 times, so that's
So
I think 6,500
£6,500. Yeah,
I don't know what that is in dollars, but
it's probably start running up from 7,500, $8,000 now.
No,
with the tariffs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go there.
No. It's so good. No, thank you, bro. Thank you for coming through, man.
Brother.
Honestly,
that's very funny. I've been wanting to do that for a long time.
Yeah. Well, honestly, it's.
What else, man?
अच्छा था उसमें तो अलग अलग जगह आ रहा है अब तो
गाना भी गा रखा है ना उसने अभी, कुछ तो गाना निकाला गंदा सा।
Wait, what?
और क्या देखना था यार?
Frozen or liquid and so. Holy classic. Chat, that's classic. Holy shit. AI bullshit again, that's crazy. AI sloppy toppy videos today, huh? Oh, it's reversed, that's why. That's gonna break it.
Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve.
Warning भी नहीं था
Sky, telling him that World War II was over, but he thought it was a trick from the enemy meant to lure him out. So he stayed hidden in the jungle, living off coconuts and stolen rice. He watched planes fly overhead and thought Japan was still fighting, not realizing it was for a completely different war. Finally, 30 years later, his commander showed up and ordered him to stand down. The man saluted, handed over his rifle, and finally left the war that had ended 30 years prior.
Guys, is that real?
Fake.
Holy.
So fake.
Just hang on now, Pikachu. We're almost there.
All right.
All right.
The fuck is ice, bhai?
अरे the deportation वाले जो लोग हैं वही Iron Fent भाई must just like a normal.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's actually funny.
Thanks for 55 months of brain rot.
Love
your
What?
content. Have a great day, chat.
Nothing beats it.
Watching it again.
Jet 2 holiday. And right now,
That's a crazy ride.
nothing beats it. Jet 2 holiday. And right now,
I watch again and again.
Chat, that's like Fall Guys.
What is HBS, bhai?
XQC, I spend more time with you than I do with my life. I am poor BC of you.
Homeboy, it's Canadian.
Are you okay? You're welcome.
I didn't flinch, bhai.
Chat, who does that? Who does that? Okay.
Bounty है.
How's that from?
Hello. Yo. Resident Evil 9.
Resident 9 है ना, Resident Evil 9.
So was that lightning? Gee, that's
food to try the no chew with. Let's see if we can do this. I know what you guys are trying to do here too.
Chat. I don't get it. Is the goal to eat something without chewing?
Oh, you guys. Can't believe I let you guys talk me into that. That was not gonna work. Oh my god.
Chat, is this chat the veneers or what? Does it look like he's got some veneers on it, low-key? Yeah.
XQC, why is your hair that color?
Chat, that's straight banger. Ah! I mean, what a dumbass. Dude, what a stupid ass cat. Ah. Chat, is that real?
Turn the light off! Turn it off now! You could have killed us! Do you have any idea how fucking dangerous that is? My god!
Fuck, true. Oh
You
man.
twat!
True. Yeah, true.
5 habits of people with low IQ.
From a licensed
EQ.
therapist. Number 1, constant feuds. People with low emotional intelligence seem to always be in a conflict with someone.
True.
Not me.
In friendships and their family. It's not bad luck. It's usually because they don't know how to communicate without
Not me.
escalating.
Name one.
Number 2, they make everything about themselves. You share something
Not
and
me.
somehow they're talking about themselves
Cog is
again.
24 months.
Conversations turn into monologues.
Not me.
Not because they're self-centered, but because they never learn how to have a truly reciprocal exchange. Number 3, they react, they don't reflect. They lash out, shut down,
Not
get
me.
cold or
Not me.
passive-aggressive without
Not me.
pausing to consider what's actually going on inside.
Not me.
Emotional intelligence requires
Not me.
self-awareness, and when that's missing,
Not me.
reflections come fast, harsh, and often do damage. Number 4, they double down on mistakes. Instead
Not
of
me.
apologizing or admitting they were
Not
wrong,
me.
they rationalize, deflect,
Not
or shift
me.
blame.
Can't
It's
be
not
me.
because they don't know
Can't
the
be
truth.
me.
It's because
Not
protecting
me.
their ego feels more
Like,
important
disconnect.
than making things right.
Literally
Number
not me.
5, they constantly cross emotional boundaries.
Not.
I don't care.
Houston, Texas, Democratic caller. Hi, Brenda.
Well, that's so appropriate of a Republican to call and ask that, right?
Huh?
What?
Well, that's so appropriate of a Republican to call and ask that, right?
I don't know what you said.
I don't care.
गाय क्या काटते हैं भाई बहुत ज़्यादा और बाइटिंग
Did you get Chad?
Chat, this is such a bad edit, chat. It's not even funny. Like, I didn't even smile. Like, it's just shit.
Indeed.
For job application. Another one right here. Same meme over every day, by the way. Chat, do you guys see the Discord notification?
I want to be free forever.
Yes.
X, you should remember your place. You are not a diplomat, you are a jester. Your job is to make us laugh, not to discuss real things like politics.
Okay, I don't give a shit, pussy.
What?
Now swallow it.
What the fuck?
The Switch 2 run this game, and no, the thumbnail wasn't clickbait. There are drops below 20 FPS. The frame rate's 30 FPS in quality mode and gets a bump to 40 FPS in performance mode. Sure, Switch 2 hits those targets in low demand areas, but when things get intense, the FPS tanks. Both quality mode and performance mode commonly get frame rates below 30. Heck,
Soon
there's
we'll
even
have
drops
Cyberpunk
below
for
20
in
at
mobile
times, and
vibe.
I saw numbers as low as 17 FPS. It's not
5 FPS run karega.
as low as 17 FPS. It's not pretty.
What kind of coffee is that?
Just black.
Not today.
Okay. Huh? Chernobyl 2.0.
नहीं क्या ये कंटेनर तो है
Wouldn't you? It's a plant, some kind of.
केमिकल प्लांट है क्या
There was a siren.
What the fuck?
Plant. Oh, okay. क्लासिक है रे, बहुत पुराना है.
Yes, queen. That's fake. Ooh! Chat. That is... Ooh. It's classic.
But why?
Fake.
Be careful where you step, man. Be careful where you step. And you're
Bombo
gonna
Recoils.
pull up your pants, man. Your pum all over the place. Look at your big belly. Hey, big belly. Why you selling? Be careful where you step, man. Be careful.
If it's fake, okay, it's so funny though.
Recoil.
You fucking
It didn't look fake though, chat. That must have hurt like crazy.
Look at your big belly. Hey, big belly. Why you?
What the fuck? What?
Interesting. Chat, is that the 5G leaves? Is that new?
Yeah.
Yeah.
चलो भाई, बहुत एजी जोक हो जाएगा आई थिंक. नहीं करते, बहुत एजी हो सकता है. करें क्या भाई? बहुत नहीं सही माहौल सही नहीं चल रहा है. लोग लपेटे में ले लेंगे. नहीं ये नहीं करते. मैं बोलने वाला था कि चलो जल्दी जल्दी चालू करते हैं, फिर देना है. बहुत एजी हो जाएगा. नहीं करते. देखो, पहले ही बता रहा हूँ, इस वीडियो में तुम लोग कुछ ऐसी खबरों को सुनोगे जिनको सुन के शायद उतना अच्छा महसूस ना हो, क्योंकि कुछ पिक्चरें हैं जिनसे हम उम्मीदें लगा रहे थे बट दे आर नॉट कमिंग सैडली. लेकिन जो आ रहा है पहले उसके बारे में बात कर लेते हैं. तो आमिर खान, जिनको आप लोगों ने पिछले कुछ दिनों में अनगिनत पॉडकास्टों पे जाकर अनगिनत बार अपनी जीवन कहानी बताते हुए सुन लिया होगा, उन्होंने फाइनली इस बात को कंफर्म कर दिया कि वो कूली में कैमियो कर रहे हैं, जिसके बारे में हम लोग पहले भी इस चैनल पे बात कर चुके हैं. एंड मैं देखो, थोड़ा सा मेरे को लगता है कि कैमियोज वगैरह सरप्राइज रखने चाहिए, लेकिन हाँ, ऑन दी अदर हैंड ये मूवी की मार्केटिंग पब्लिसिटी में भी थोड़ा बहुत हेल्प करते हैं. बट यहाँ पर आमिर खान ने इस बात को ऑफिशियली रिवील करके वो जो एक थोड़ा बहुत होता है ना कि आ सकते हैं, नहीं आ सकते, कब आएंगे, सारी चीजें बता दी। उन्होंने कहा कि उनका एक थोड़ा एक्सटेंडेड कैमियो है, मतलब कैमियो है लेकिन उसके अलावा रोल थोड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट होने वाला है, और इसके साथ ही साथ उन्होंने ये भी बता दिया कि वो कैमियो कब होगा मूवी में। अब मैं तुम्हारे लिए स्पॉइल नहीं करना चाहूंगा, लेकिन मेरे लिए तो खराब हो गया ना, जिन लोग को पता है उनको मतलब हो गया, पता है आपको कब आने वाले वो। इतना सरप्राइज मेंटेन करके रखना चाहिए थोड़ा तो एटलीस्ट। खैर, आमिर खान की बात निकली है तो सितारे जमीन पर जो उनकी रीसेंट आने वाली मूवी है उसको लेकर भी थोड़े बहुत सवाल खड़े होने शुरू हो चुके हैं। हालांकि इस बात को लेकर फिलहाल कोई ऑफिशियल कंफर्मेशन नहीं है, लेकिन फिल्म फेयर ने ऐसा रिपोर्ट किया है कि जो सितारे जमीन पर मूवी है उसको CBFC मतलब इंडिया का जो सेंसर बोर्ड है उसने सर्टिफाई करने से पहले कहा कि इसमें आपको 2 चीजें कट करनी पड़ेगी जो आमिर खान कट करने के लिए फिलहाल तैयार नहीं है। तो ऐसा कहा जा रहा है कि अगर इन दोनों के बीच में कोई समझौता नहीं हुआ तो मूवी को डिले किया जा सकता है। अब फिलहाल कंफर्मेशन नहीं है, बट लाइक आई सेड कि इसको फिल्म फेयर ने रिपोर्ट किया है। फिर रोहित शेट्टी की अवेंजर्स सिंघम असेंबल उस तरह से काम नहीं करी जिस तरह से हम लोग उम्मीद कर रहे थे, लेकिन गोलमाल के साथ में केस थोड़ा डिफरेंट है। फिलहाल रोहित शेट्टी शूट कर रहे हैं राकेश मारिया की जो बायोपिक है उसको जॉन अब्राहम के साथ में, एंड ऐसा एक्सपेक्टेड है कि इस साल के सितंबर तक रोहित शेट्टी इसको कंप्लीट कर लेंगे और उसके बाद इसका पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन एंड एवरीथिंग इसी साल के एंड तक हो जाएगा, जिसके बाद ये अगले साल मतलब 2026 में मार्च अप्रैल के आसपास गोलमाल के 5th पार्ट पे काम करना शुरू करेंगे। मतलब काम से मेरा मतलब है शूट करना शुरू करेंगे। मूवी फिलहाल राइटिंग स्टेजेस में है और इसको लिखने वाले एक नए सेट ऑफ राइटर्स हैं, विच एक्चुअली मेक्स मी प्रीटी हैप्पी, क्योंकि गोलमाल जिसने ह्यूमर को मेरे लिए पर्सनली थोड़ा सा रीइन्वेंट किया था पिछले कुछ टाइम में, और फिर उसके बाद उनकी सर्कस में देख ही लिया अपन लोगों ने क्या हाल हुआ था, तो ह्यूमर जो गड्ढे में गिर रहा था उसको निकालने के लिए नए राइटर्स, आई एम हैप्पी। और हाँ, अगर सूत्रों की मानी जाए तो पुरानी कास्ट रिटर्न करेगी, मतलब अजय देवगन, श्रेयस तलपड़े, कुणाल केमू, तुषार कपूर और कौन कौन था, वो सारे पुराने वाले वापस आएंगे। अरशद वारसी कैसे भूल सकते हैं। फिर जूनियर NTR के भी अगले प्रोजेक्ट के बारे में थोड़ी बहुत हिंट लगनी शुरू हो चुकी है। मतलब फिलहाल वो जो प्रशांत नील के साथ ड्रैगन मूवी की शूटिंग कर रहे हैं, उसके बाद त्रिविक्रम श्रीनिवास की एक मूवी करने वाले हैं, और अगर सूत्रों की मानी जाए तो ये बड़े बजट की माइथोलॉजिकल या इंडियन कल्चर में रूटेड मूवी करने वाले हैं, जिसमें शायद ये भगवान कार्तिकेय का रोल प्ले करेंगे जो कि शिव जी और पार्वती जी के बेटे थे, और पहले इसी सेम मूवी को अल्लू अर्जुन भी करने वाले थे, ऐसा स्पेकुलेटेड या रूमर्ड था, लेकिन अब शेड्यूलिंग कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स की वजह से वो इससे बाहर निकल चुके हैं। एंड स्पीकिंग ऑफ अल्लू अर्जुन, तो ऐसा भी स्पेकुलेट किया जा रहा है, मतलब कुछ रूमर्स निकल के आ रही है कि वो प्रशांत नील के साथ कोलैबोरेट करने वाले हैं किसी प्रोजेक्ट पे, और उसके अलावा संदीप रेड्डी वांगा रामचरण का भी कोलैबोरेशन होने वाला है। टू बी ऑनेस्ट, इस बात को लेकर कोई कंफर्मेशन नहीं है और मुझे फिलहाल के लिए सिर्फ एक फैन फैंटेसी लग रही है, लेकिन हां, इफ दिस एक्चुअली हैपेंस तो मजा तो आएगी। फिर अगर तुम्हें असुर के दोनों सीजन या फिर पहला सीजन पसंद आया था तो आई माइट हैव सम गुड न्यूज़ फॉर यू, क्योंकि इसको जियो हॉटस्टार वालों ने सीजन 3 के लिए रिन्यू कर लिया है। इसके जो राइटर है वो इस पे काफी लंबे टाइम से काम कर रहे थे, मतलब इसके सीजन 3 पे, और अब इसको प्लेटफॉर्म से ग्रीन लाइट मिल चुकी है। अरशद वारसी और वरुण सोपती आर सेट टू रिटर्न, और जहां तक है इस साल के एंड तक इसका पूरा प्रोडक्शन वगैरह स्टार्ट हो जाएगा, जो कि इसे अगले साल के एंड तक रिलीज भी करवा सकता है, एवरीथिंग गोस राइट। ऐसा कहा जा रहा है कि इस वाले सीजन में भी हमको वही डीपर सीटेड मिस्ट्री, साइकोलॉजिकल एलिमेंट्स और वो इंडियन कल्चर से जुड़ा हुआ सब कुछ, लेकिन एक फ्रेश पर्सपेक्टिव से देखने को मिलेगा, जो कि वही ऑर्डर और केओस के बीच की जो स्ट्रगल होती है उसको बताने की कोशिश करेगा। लेकिन इसके पुराने डायरेक्टर रिटर्न नहीं कर रहे हैं सीजन 3 के लिए, तो कोई नया डायरेक्टर तलाश किया जाएगा। मैं थोड़ा एक्साइटेड हूं, मेरे को दोनों सीजन सही लगे थे। सीजन 1 वाज ऑफ कोर्स बहुत अच्छा, सीजन 2 थोड़ा ठीक-ठाक था, बट स्टिल आई एम अ फैन। तो देखते हैं सीजन 3 में क्या होता है। तुमने नहीं देखा तो डेफिनेटली गो एंड वॉच। फिर बालिया की अगली मूवी अखंड 2 का टीजर रिलीज हुआ, जिन लोगों ने देखा है आई फील सॉरी फॉर यू, क्योंकि जिन्होंने देखा उनको पता है। खैर, आई विल ट्राई माय बेस्ट कि जब मूवी लगती है तो मैं इसका कंप्लीट एक्सपीरियंस थिएटर में ही ले पाऊं, अपना देख लेना आप लोग। फिर सोनम बाजवा ने बॉर्डर 2 की कास्ट को ज्वाइन कर लिया है, वो ऑपोजिट रहेंगे दिलजीत दोसांझ के, जो कि वही बॉर्डर 1 में जो हम लोगों ने एक इमोशनल आर्क देखा था वैसे कुछ दिखाया जाएगा, जहां पर कटी जाता है बॉर्डर पे और फिर वाइफ जो होती है वो काफी अपनी स्ट्रगल से परेशान होती है कि क्या होगा क्या नहीं होगा। सो आई गेस ऐसे कुछ हमें इस वाली मूवी में भी देखने को मिलेगा। एंड फिलहाल बॉर्डर 2 की शूटिंग चल रही है, जो पूरी बड़ी कास्ट है वो सब लोग एक साथ मिलकर शूट कर रहे हैं। वरुण धवन के लिए फीमेल कास्टिंग अभी करी नहीं गई है, बट वो भी जल्दी बता दी जाएगी, इसलिए कहता हूं सब्सक्राइब। एंड फिर वो जो मैंने कहा था कि थोड़ी बुरी खबरें आपको सुनने को मिलेंगी, तो वो धीरे-धीरे करके आ रही है। सबसे पहले तो अगर तुम लोग मार्को 2 का वेट कर रहे थे तो स्टॉप राइट हियर, क्योंकि उन्नी मुकुंदन ने खुद ही कहा है कि इसका सीक्वल नहीं आ रहा है। उन्होंने कहा कि इस पे काम करना शुरू किया था, लेकिन उसके आसपास बहुत ज्यादा टॉक्सिसिटी और नेगेटिव इंपैक्ट होने लगा था, तो इसी वजह से उन्होंने मार्को 2 को ड्रॉप कर दिया। ऑल्दो ही वॉज वेरी एक्साइटेड फॉर दिस प्रोजेक्ट, लेकिन फिर उन्होंने कहा कि मैं आप लोग के लिए कुछ और बढ़िया लेके आना चाहता हूँ जो कि आपको उतना एक्साइटेड कर देगा। सो लेट्स सी कि वो क्या लेके आते हैं, बट मार्को 2 तो नहीं आ रही। फिर इम्तियाज अली, दिलजीत दोसांझ, नसीरुद्दीन शाह, शर्वरी और वेदांग रैना के साथ मिलकर एक रोमांटिक मूवी बना रहे हैं। फिलहाल के लिए इसके बारे में बहुत ज्यादा कुछ नहीं पता, लेकिन ये लोग बैसाखी 2026 तक इसको रिलीज करने का टारगेट कर रहे हैं। देखते हैं, थोड़े टाइम में पता चल ही जाएगा, ज्यादा समय नहीं है, ये साल भी निकल जाएगा, तुमको पता नहीं चलेगा। फिर बॉलीवुड के भानुशाली स्टूडियोज ने वार्नर ब्रदर्स के साथ टाई अप किया है उनकी 5 मूवीज का रीमेक करने के लिए, जो कि इंडिया में बनाई जाएंगी। अब इन केस यू गाइस आर वंडरिंग कि स्टूडियो है कौन सा, तो इन्होंने मैं अटल हूँ, भैया जी और सिर्फ एक बंदा काफी है जैसी और भी कई सारी मूवीज बना रखी हैं। नॉट टू बी ऑनेस्ट, मुझे नहीं पता कि WB के साथ मिलकर कौन से 5 प्रोजेक्ट को अडेप्ट करेंगे, लेकिन अगर लॉर्ड ऑफ द रिंग्स, हैरी पॉटर और ग्रीन लैंटर्न नहीं है तो आई एम आउट। फिर अगर आप सोच रहे थे कि अनुराग कश्यप की अगली मूवी कौन सी आ रही है, तो आई हैव गॉट सम गुड न्यूज फॉर यू। इस मूवी का नाम है निशांची, जिसको Amazon स्टूडियोज रिलीज करने वाला है थिएटर्स में। ये आएगी 19 सितंबर को और इसका एक छोटा सा प्रोमो रिलीज किया गया जो देखने में काफी गैंग्स ऑफ वासेपुर वाली वाइब्स दे रहा था। और अगर सोर्सेस की मानी जाए तो हाँ, ये बहुत हद तक वही सिमिलर फील को क्रिएट कर सकती है। इसकी कास्ट के बारे में फिलहाल बहुत ज्यादा क्लैरिटी नहीं है, लेकिन ऐश्वर्या ठाकरे, विनीत कुमार सिंह और कुमुद मिश्रा कंफर्म्ड है। सो या 19 सितंबर देखते हैं, ट्रेलर वगैरह भी आएगा। सो थोड़ा अनुराग कश्यप स्टाइल है इसमें वो। फिर अल्लू अर्जुन और एटली की जो अगली मूवी है, जिसके बारे में इतने लंबे समय से बातचीत करी जा रही है, उसकी शूटिंग फाइनली अब स्टार्ट हो चुकी है। इसका जो पहला शेड्यूल है उसके लिए मृणाल ठाकुर इनको ज्वाइन करेगी, जो कहा जा रहा है कि मूवी का बहुत बड़ा तो नहीं लेकिन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट होगा उनका। और ये लोग कुछ की सीक्वेंसेस को शूट करना स्टार्ट कर भी चुके हैं, जो कि आई गेस वीएफएक्स वगैरह वालों के पास पहले पहुंच जाएगी ताकि वो उस पर काम शुरू कर दे। आई थिंक उन लोगों ने जो टोटल सीजीआई शॉट्स होते हैं उस पर तो काफी लंबे टाइम से काम शुरू कर भी दिया होगा। लेकिन दीपिका, जो कि इस मूवी की मेन फीमेल लीड कही जा रही है, वो इस मूवी को सेकंड हाफ में ज्वाइन करेंगी जब वो अपनी किंग की पूरी शूटिंग वगैरह कंप्लीट कर लेती है उसके बाद। और इसका भी एक स्पेशल अनाउंसमेंट किया जाएगा कि 600-700 करोड़ दे के मूवी बनाई जा रही है। आई मीन इतने सारे अनाउंसमेंट कर रहे हैं, एक एक्टर के बारे में, मूवी के बारे में सारे प्रोमो शूट कर रहे हैं, तो फिर ये भी किया जाएगा। फिर कुणाल कपूर ने अपने सोशल मीडिया पे एक रिसेंटली फोटो पोस्ट करी जो कि उनके रामायण के रोल को लेकर थोड़ी सी हिंट है। ऐसा कहा जा रहा है कि रामायण में इंद्रदेव का रोल प्ले कर सकते हैं। And to be honest, he looks absolutely superb. Makes me wonder, तुम लोग को अगर नहीं पता तो कुणाल कपूर was actually set to play राज कॉमिक्स का एक सुपर हीरो डोगा, जिस मूवी को डायरेक्ट करने वाले थे अनुराग कश्यप। लेकिन फॉर सम रीजन ये सारी चीजें नहीं हो पाई, कोई राइट्स वाइट्स का जो भी लफड़ा रहा हो, बट इट वॉज मेंट टू हैपन। और मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि अगर होता तो ब्रो इज सूरज, मतलब डोगा का जो ऑल्टर ईगो है वो है। फिर एसएस राजामौली जो अपनी अगली मूवी महेश बाबू के साथ मिलकर बना रहे हैं, उसके बारे में भी हमको कुछ चीजें पता चली हैं। सबसे पहली तो ये कि इस मूवी में हम महेश बाबू के कैरेक्टर को देखेंगे जो कि पूरी दुनिया में घूम रहे हैं संजीवनी बूटी की तलाश में। एंड घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है, मॉडर्न टाइम्स में ही होगी। इसको थोड़ा इंडियाना जोन्स या फिर अनचार्टेड टाइप की वाइब देने की कोशिश करी जाएगी, वो एक ट्रेजर हंट एडवेंचर मूवी की तरह। और ये भी कहा जा रहा है कि राजामौली साहब के जो पिताजी हैं, उन्होंने इनके साथ मिलकर एक बहुत ही केयरफुली क्राफ्ट करी हुई स्टोरी लिखी है, जिसमें रामायण के काफी सारे एलिमेंट है और इसको वो अपने स्टाइल में प्रेजेंट करने का सोच रहे हैं। फिलहाल इसकी शूटिंग हैदराबाद में हो रही है, उसके बाद ये ओडिशा जाएंगे। और ये मूवी ना पूरी दुनिया जमाने में घूमने वाली है, मतलब महेश बाबू का कैरेक्टर है जो संजीवनी की तलाश में पूरी दुनिया घूमेगा। एंड ये भी कहा जा रहा है कि अभी तक की एसएस राजामौली की सबसे ज्यादा बड़ी स्केल वाली मूवी होगी। आरआरआर, बाहुबली उनके मतलब उनसे भी बड़ी। तो फिलहाल शूटिंग चल रही है, 2026 के मिड तक चलेगी और फिर इसको 2027 के समर में कभी रिलीज किया जाएगा। अच्छा हुआ सीक्रेट वॉर्स आगे चली गई। तो नाउ जो मैंने कहा था कि बुरी खबरें एक और आ चुकी है, तो वेलकम टू द जंगल हाउसफुल 5 के बाद अक्षय कुमार की एक और कॉमेडी मूवी, जिसके लिए बहुत बढ़िया सा पोस्टर वगैरह रिलीज किया गया था। इसमें 20-25 एक्टर्स थे। इस मूवी को लेकर अभी फिलहाल कोई कंफर्मेशन नहीं है। ऐसा कहा जा रहा है कि ये मूवी शायद कैंसिल, पोस्टपोन, डिले, शेल्फ, जो बोलना है बोल सकते हो, वो हो चुकी है। बिकॉज ये 40% शूट होने के बाद बाकी का जो 60% बचा हुआ है वो शूट नहीं हो पा रही है। एक्टर इस मूवी को अपनी डेट्स अलॉट कर चुके हैं, फिर वो वेट करते हैं कि उनको कंफर्मेशन आएगा, वो वेट करते रहते हैं, लेकिन फिर मूवी की शूट डिले हो जाती है इनडेफिनेटली। पता नहीं है मूवी के साथ क्या चल रहा है। फिलहाल ये मान के चल लो कि शेल्फ हो चुकी है। फिरोज नडियादवाला जो इसको प्रोड्यूस कर रहे थे, उनकी तरफ से भी कोई कंफर्मेशन नहीं है। I mean, I don't know, मैं जो मुझे पता चलता है मैं बता देता हूँ। एंड शायद यही सेम कहानी वाईआरएफ वालों के स्पाई यूनिवर्स के साथ भी हो रही है। मतलब पिंकविला के हिमेश ने एक आर्टिकल पब्लिश किया था जिसमें उन्होंने ये बताया कि टाइगर वर्सेस पठान को शेल्फ कर दिया गया है। पठान 2 जो है उसके बारे में भी कोई अपडेट नहीं है। टाइगर फ्रेंचाइज को पूरी तरह से होल्ड पे डाल दिया गया है टाइगर 3 के बाद। और जिम का जो जॉन अब्राहम का कैरेक्टर था, उसका भी एक स्पिन ऑफ प्लान किया गया था, लेकिन उसको भी शेल्फ कर दिया गया है। तो इसका मतलब यह है कि इस साल जो हमको वाईआरएफ के स्पाई यूनिवर्स की 2 मूवीज देखने को मिलने वाली हैं, बस वही 2 होंगी। और उसके बाद इस यूनिवर्स का क्या फ्यूचर है किसी को भी नहीं पता, जो कि इन मूवीज की क्वालिटी को लेकर भी सवाल खड़ा कर देता है। आई मीन इफ यू एक्चुअली थिंक अबाउट इट, तो वॉर स्पाई यूनिवर्स का पार्ट नहीं थी। पठान वॉज द फर्स्ट मूवी जो इन्होंने स्पाई यूनिवर्स को ध्यान में रखकर बनाई, और उसके बाद एक एक करके उससे 1-2 मूवीज ही कनेक्ट कर पाए। एंड नाउ वी डोंट नो एनीथिंग एनीमोर। ऐसा भी सुनने को मिल रहा है कि विकी कौशल को अप्रोच किया गया है इस पूरे यूनिवर्स को एक नया फ्रेश स्ट्रक्चर देने के लिए। और एक नया नैरेटिव की तलाश में है आदित्य चोपड़ा। लेकिन फिलहाल के लिए दिस इज द न्यूज दैट वी हैव, और ये जो आर्टिकल पब्लिश हुआ था ये भी अब डिलीट हो चुका है। तो क्या है क्या नहीं किसी को नहीं पता। मे बी ऐसा हो सकता है कि वॉर 2 के पहले इस बात को पब्लिकली अनाउंस नहीं करना चाहते, नहीं तो वॉर 2 को लेकर भी लोगों में जो एक्सपेक्टेशंस हैं और जो थोड़ी बहुत हाइप वगैरह बन रही है वो भी कम होने लगेगी। लेकिन अपनी हाइप कम नहीं होनी चाहिए, इसीलिए सब्सक्राइब, लाइक, मिलता हूं अगले में।
At call time. I will go on call.
क्या कॉल?
9 बजे कॉल है मेरा भाई।
नाइस नाइस।
क्या गाना निकाल दिया भाई? क्या पैसा पैसा क्या गाना निकाल दिया भाई? भाई मैं नहीं सुन रहा ये।